My name is Akinlaji Olubodun, an ND2 student of the Mass Communication Department, Ogun State Institute of Technology, Igbesa. And this OGITECH TV of our Fabricates project, and we are here to ensure that some of the notable events in this school is publicized. And we are here today at Science and Laboratory Technology Department, where some of the students has made this decision proud. We'd like to hear from the head of department. Sir, can we meet you, sir? I'm
Balogun Samuel Olufemi.
Yes, sir.
The head of department, Science Laboratory Technology Department.
I'd like you to tell us some of those things that your student has done to make this institution proud, sir.
It's very great to have you in our midst. One of the instruments that our students use wherever they go is microscope.
Okay, sir.
In every laboratory, they make use of microscope. And it has always been the practice that we used to go and buy microscope often and repair even when they are damaged. And so we have some of my students here who have gone ahead to fabricate a monocular microscope.
Wow.
And with some special features different from what we used to have before. We are going to explain to you some of the features that are different from what they have been using in the laboratory. Okay. I have with me here a monocular microscope fabricated from the beginning to the end by students of Science Laboratory Technology as one of their projects, the ND project. I have with me here the group leader of the team that produces this new monocular microscope with electricity powered directly, different from the source of light.
My name is Zainab from Science Laboratory Technology, and this construction of the simple microscope is our ND project. The fabrication was made from the beginning to the end of the construction, and we have the uses and the parts. We have the lens, the objective lens, the eyepiece, the base, the illuminator, which we make use of our own construction without using my mirror. Then we also make use of the handless. Everything was made with local material. The eyepiece and the objective lens are only the one which was already made. All the other part of the microscope was made by with local materials. And with the switch, with the illuminator, the condenser, the stage, the clip, the light path tube, the hand lens, the adjustment knob, and every other part of it was made with local materials.
Thank you very much. From this project, we discovered that we have a replica of this microscope, which you can only use when there is source of electricity. But this one fabricated by this student for their project without using any source of current, it can be powered directly, as you can see. You can see the power, it is being powered, and from the eyepiece, you can view through the slide and view your specimens, even without using the mirror. The beautiful thing about this project is that the inbuilt battery, when it runs down, it can be replaced. So we have a replaceable battery, which can be used to view our objects. And this can be used at any time, any day. I want to appreciate the supervisor. I want the supervisor also to join us and tell us one or two things that is peculiar to the microscope they have just produced in the presence of the technologist who supervised the construction as well.
So my name is Oluwasibiyoba Abdulwasim Alani. So in part, I thank God that He have been able to achieve this. So to achieve a monocular microscope. So that is the one that Esuri has already explained. how it was. And with this, we have been able to modify it one way or the other, just as HOD has explained. So what we have been seeing, the most common type, so in existence, was that it made use of light. Without light, without electricity, so the thing will not be able to function. So even without rays of light that falls on the mirror, the thing will not. So then we should add something illuminator. That is what HOD has shown us before. And not only that, the constructions, all the students were able to participate in the construction. So before we are able to achieve this. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. The technologist is also here and is also going to tell us one or two uses of this microscope. And
Professor Adewale Augustine, the principal technologist of SLT department. This microscope that is being fabricated by our students, it will go a long way in alleviating our practical problems, especially when there is no source of power. It will help us in solving most of these practical things that we do in the lab, meaning we can still go ahead and have our practicals without lights. You can see how wonderful that is. How I wish the government can sponsor this and we produce it more, or those ones that are spoiled, we can easily convert them by using this source of power. Then we have more microscopes to students, which will go a long way in helping us in achieving our aim. I want to thank the supervisor and the students. The sky is your limit.
I have some of my students who also participated in this work. Can you please quickly join us? We really appreciate you, and we believe that from monocular microscope, we are moving straight to binocular microscope. And meaning that we are set to get to the root of every challenges we can have. This is not just an improvisation, but it really, really works. We have seen the practicability, and we have seen some of the features brought up from the images. As you can see, I'm going to demonstrate. We have on this slide, on this stage, a prepared slide of spirogyra filament, and we can view directly from it. Even though the environment here is dark, we can still see clearly some of the features in this slide. We can see the filaments, we can see the mucilage, we can see the cell wall, very clear, and we can improve on what we have here. Like the technologists have said, our aim is to make sure that we solve the problem of lack of microscope. And some of the microscopes that are bad, and some of them that were damaged, we can go ahead and improve on bringing them back to life. We want to give kudos to our leader, our mentor, our rector, who have always given us the platform, the leverage to work. She has supported us in every way. Recently, she has purchased for us HPLC, she has purchased for us AAS. These are some of equipment, UV spec. These are some of the equipment that we need to move ahead in this department. We want to say thank you to Engineer Dr. Mrs. Olufunke Olanike Akikurolere. We want to equally appreciate the mass communication students ably supervised by the public relations unit of Ogun State Institute of Technology. They have been so wonderful, they have been so good. Anywhere we are so proud of them. And that is why we always have OGITECH, our student, the pride of the nation. Thank you very much.